Hi guys and gals, and welcome back to another No Game video. Today's video is dedicated to some SINoNEWS and some dev feedback, so let's jump right into it. First thing I want to cover, Gran Coliseum is going to be starting September 13th. We're going to be getting Evolution Material, Sponsor of Bondage, and Justice, and these are the two weapons that are going to be upgradable. So Viscera of Justice, or Staff of Justice, is pretty much going to be the first weapon, and then the other weapon is Sword of Bondage, Sponsor of Bondage, right? So these are the two weapons that are going to be getting upgrades. So if you go into menu, you go into notice, and then in notice you're going to click Gran Coliseum is coming. There aren't any updates regarding, or what is going to be dropping. Evolution materials are dropping, no news of, Snow White, no news of new weapons, etc, etc. These are going to be the periods for the preliminary, so it's from the 13th through the 18th, right? Those are going to be the dates, save those dates. And then finals is going to be on the 20th. So the 19th is pretty much going to be a rest day, and the 20th is going to be the last day. Just note that, same as last time, last day doesn't really calculate anything. The parts that really matter the most are the preliminaries. That's where you're going to get most of your rewards. So if you go back here, and let's jump into the next part of the news. Lammy's saying goodbye, so wholesome, so sweet. Lammy, she did so much for the SINoALICE community. He melted my heart, at least, during this summertime. So let's jump right into the biggest thing, Nightmare in the Woods Conquest. So there are two things that dropped in Reddit. This is the first guide that dropped on Reddit, essentially giving you advice. The biggest thing is do not burst on second phase, and he has an ability to pretty much wipe your buffs on the second phase as well. This guy is in an absolute unit, so I'm going to be leaving the links down below. I won't talk about it too much. Recommended nightmares are Noin and Ugalu and Eris. Those are the three keys. You can bring Mitra or the buffing nightmare that you so choose. Just note that he can clear buffs. He is a very, very dangerous boss, and I'll try to post a video of me clearing verse 3, but I don't think it's going to be a while because I don't have magical gear, and this guy is a tough cookie to crack. Alright, so let's jump right into the next topics. Here's the event timer, and then let's talk about the dev news or the dev feedback that I wanted to cover. So one of the things that's been floating out on the subreddits and in the community in general is the lack of minstrel and sorc banners. And I totally agree with the community that there is a huge lack of minstrel and sorc banners. And the reason why that's so important is because over half of the game is minstrels and sorcs. And the reason for that is because of the way Coliseum is set up. You ideally have 3 minstrels and 3 sorcs in the backline, which is automatically more than the vanguard. And of course, there's clerics as well, but the thing is clerics have decent banners from what I've seen for the most part. The thing is with minstrels and sorcs, since they make up a majority of the population for SINoALICE, why is there a lack of banners for them, right? Why is there a lack of banners? You are technically shafting a large part of the population in Sino, and people who join Sino don't want to be pay to win, so most of the players are trying to be sorcs and minstrels. So if a lot of people are becoming sorcs and minstrels, and they see no way to upgrade themselves because there is a lack of banners, because essentially in this game the progression is get gear, upgrade gear, evolve gear, max level gear. So seeing how gear is everything, if minstrels and sorcs don't have gear, they're eventually going to be well, I can't upgrade anything, time to turn off this game. So there needs to be some sort of reasoning as to why they aren't dropping sorcs and minstrel banners, i.e. hopefully we get some sort of feedback in the dev notes saying that they're going to be working on it, they're going to be implementing more banners, or some sort of saying where we aren't ready to drop these banners. Something official in the way that the community can understand why there is a lack of sorcs and minstrel banners, because this is kind of, I know the game's only been out for 2 months, but it's a little bit unacceptable, because I know looking at JP current banners, they know that they need to release the same amount of sorc and minstrel banners. So if there was an issue, previously, let's not repeat the issue in global. You know what I mean? If they knew there was an issue with sorcs and minstrel banners in JP, don't repeat your mistakes in global, right? Let's just fix them before it becomes an issue, because it's very easy to technically fix this by either giving a reason or, you know, giving us a timeline, just something. Because it really worries me that, you know, a lot of the, or half of the community isn't feeling like they're being heard, right? I know that SINoALICE is very responsive and it takes community feedback very seriously. So I'm saying this very seriously, and I want to say that, you know, Sino is doing a fantastic job communicating with us, but hopefully we get some sort of feedback, some sort of answer to Sorc and Minstrel banner issues. And another thing that I wanted to cover, and this was kind of important to me right here, so at Metamorphosis, so this guy posted a fantastic post on pretty much how to alleviate, you know, the blood gacha or the guild boxo grimoire issue. Pretty much people were jumping into guilds, taking like all of the loot and jumping out. They didn't have this issue in JP because, you know, JP players just didn't do it. Anyways, essentially, I like this feedback quite a bit that they provided. And in summary, it gives like a give and take, so that you can't just jump into a new guild and take everything. You know what I mean? It's just wrong for someone to go into my house, steal everything, and then leave. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like when someone goes into a guild, steals everything, leaves, and never comes back with anything, right? So I'm not saying, like, obviously there's an issue. Either increase like the blood gacha like pool, or, you know, make a system so that stealing isn't allowed, right? One of the two. I'm pretty sure we can figure it out. But anyways, that's it for this video. You know, just to circle back on everything, you know, Gran Colo is going to be coming up. September 13th is the start time. Signups are September 9th through 12th. Lammy saying goodbye. So wholesome, so sweet. These are the two weapons that are going to be getting evolution materials. Ogre came out. Ogre is a completely like new boss that's going to absolutely destroy you. And pretty much some dev feedback, fix the min Sorc banners, fix blood gacha whenever it reappears. Anyways, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter. I'll see you in the next one.